guys! So today I want to show you a sequence I designed to get you into Wild Thing pose. Wild Thing is a really fun pose that you'll find a lot in different Vinyasa style classes, and there's a lot of different key actions that are required to get yourself into this pose without hurting your back and making sure that you're nice and open. So this is about a 10-minute sequence, and this will take you from warming up right through Wild Thing, and then you can relax after that. I hope you guys enjoy. So we're going to start in Hero's Pose, which is just sitting back on your heels. And bring your hands to your heart. And sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. And let it out. And as always, we want to start our yoga sequences with a calm breath and a quiet mind. And from Hero's Pose, you can just walk your hands forward. We'll come right up into tabletop position. And then opening up through cat-cow, moving with the breath. So we inhale, look forward, and then exhale around the spine, drop the head, pull the core in. Inhaling to open, exhale to arch. Opening up here, and one more time. And then bringing yourself back to a neutral tabletop position. And you're going to take that right foot up toward the sky. So we want to have the foot flexed so it's like you're pressing on the ceiling. One of the key actions in Wild Thing is this spiraling action from the hip to the opposite shoulder. So we're going to cultivate that here. First, we just want to open up the hips. So you'll bring that right knee into the chest, and you kind of scoop it around and make big circles. Keeping the shoulder girdle where it is so the wrists stay below the shoulders and they don't move. If you're having a hard time balancing here, you can always take your left knee and take it a little bit wider. And then bring it back up. And then again, finding that spiraling action, you want to really press down into the mat through your hands and then lift that right hip so it's on top of the left. And then bring it back down to center. So we're lifting and bringing it back down one more time. So lift the right hip so it's your whole pelvic structure kind of rotates up, but your shoulders stay the same. And then you bring it back down through all fours. And then just switching sides. So now the left foot's going to come up. Get nice and strong here. And then pull that left knee in and just start to make some big circles. So you can also do this from downward facing dog. That's a little bit more action. I kind of want to take it a little bit easier to start, so I'm in all fours. We're rotating around in the other direction. So we find our position here, and then again, press into the mat, get nice and strong, and then lift the left hip, stack it on top of the right, while the shoulders stay steady. Bring it back down tabletop. And then switch it up, and back down. One more time. And back down. Good, and then take it into all fours. From here, tucking the toes under, drop the hips back over the heels, and lift it up into downward facing dog. So from down dog, I'm going to lift that right foot up to the sky and then step it up into a runner's lunge, flanking my hands on either side of that right foot. So I'm going to get a little pulsation here to develop some of that inner thigh strength. So that's another key action of Wild Thing, is getting really strong through your leg muscles, and that's going to help prevent dumping into your low back, which a lot of people do. So this pulsing action really gathers that inner thigh strength and then brings it back down. Then lower that left knee down to the ground. Right hand comes to the thigh, and left hand is going to reach up as we come up into crescent pose. Then you're going to bring both hands behind you and press the fists into your low back, elbows behind, and then just lift up nice and tall, lift up over your back, opening through that heart. That's the third really main key action, is it's a back bend, right? Wild Thing. So we have to kind of open up through that heart. So we're going to bring the hands back down. And this pose you can do either with your left knee down or lifted. We're going to 3 times here, roll it up to the sky in a nice little twist. So that right hand is going to come down, and it's like I'm pulling back on a bowstring. And that's going to help open up my torso. And one more time here. and then back down. I'm just going to step the right foot back to meet the left and take it up and back, down dog. And you can keep working on warming up your legs if you're just jumping right into this. Coming up into the left side, left foot's going to come up to the sky, and we're going to step it up. So again, finding that runner's lunge first, and then as we pulse, it's a real gathering of energy in your core muscles, and bringing those inner thighs together, and then coming back down into a lunge. The breath is opposite of cat-cow. So it's an inhale as you gather and arch, and it's an exhale out. One more time. Good, and then lower that right knee down to the ground. And then left hand comes to the thigh, right arm comes up, crescent pose. And then reach the hands behind you, come into fists. You could also clasp the hands if you'd like. And lift up nice and strong. And then bring yourself all the way back down. So again, you can keep that right knee down on the ground or lift it up as we roll the left arm up and bring it back down. So this is another little spiraling action that we're getting here. And it just feels good. Good, bring yourself back down. Left foot comes back, step it through to plank. And here we're going to add in a little connecting vinyasa. So drop your knees to the ground, slowly lower down, coming up into a low cobra, and then release. And press back up through all fours, toes tuck under, drop the hips back over the heels, and press it up, downward facing dog. Good, so I'm going to lead with the left foot this time, so I can see you guys. So we're going to take the left foot up to the sky, and step it all the way up into a runner's lunge. This time we're going to spin the right heel flat and find that heel to arch alignment. Keep the bend in the left knee, and then we're going to take it up and all the way into warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. So this again, we're finding that inner thigh strength, nice and long, open through the heart. Here we go. And then coming into extended side angle, we'll take the forearm to the knee, and we're going to reach the arm back behind the top hand behind us, sweep it across the horizon to come on up into extended side angle. So we're getting this nice long line that we'll be working with in side plank. And then to come out of the pose, rotate yourself back down, stepping it back into plank. So plank pose, I'm going to lower my left knee down to the ground and line my left hand up with my left knee. So this is a warm-up version of this pose. You can do this here. And bringing it down. Now for full wild thing, I have some wrist issues on my left hand. So I'm going to go ahead and make a fist. So that way I still get this nice line here without my wrist being too much in flexion. And then whichever hand is down, that foot is the bottom foot, or it's the foot that's in front. I like to line my feet up like this. So you're on the side of the feet, and you want to really press into the mat and lift up long through here. Bring the right hand to the heart. Then that right foot is going to step back, come up high onto the ball of the foot, open up that heart toward the sky. You can press that left foot away, and then maybe reach your arms back. It's a wild thing. And then to come down, we're just going to lower the seat down to the ground. It's so fun. Let's go ahead and switch over to the other side. So coming into all fours, I'll make my way into downward facing dog. Now the right side, right foot's going to step up. Hello, plant. And all the way up into a lunge. I'm going to line up my feet here, spin that left foot at a 45-degree-ish angle, and warm it all the way up into warrior two. Fix my hair. And get that really strong warrior energy out through the fingertips. And then side angle pose. Working on that nice long side angle. And then reach that hand back. Pivot yourself down, step it back into plank pose. So you can do the warm up again when you drop the right knee down, spin flat on the left foot, pull that left arm back, and coming up to a modified side plank. And then reach it down. And then full side plank. So lining my feet up like so, pulling my hand back. Then I'm going to bring my left hand to the heart. I'm going to bend that left knee, come up high onto the ball of the foot, open up here, reach my arm back, wild thing left side, and then release it back down. I feel like I could take on the whole world right now. So just to kind of bring it down a little bit before the rest of the day, you want to take it back into hero's pose. Either setting your hands on your thighs or at your heart. Find a nice calm breath. And that's it. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you had fun practicing Wild Thing. Would love to hear what you thought about the sequence, and we'll see you next time. Bye.